Alright, children, we're discussing about etiquettes, the netiquettes, in fact, how we should behave on the internet, what are the things to remember online. Let's discuss this topic. Do not reveal sensitive information online. Sensitive information means that your passwords, ATM pins, credit card numbers, or locker numbers, okay, any passwords which you are sharing on your emails or somewhere, okay, they should not be revealed online because this is known as sensitive information. Okay. Next is be tolerant and careful. Well, this simply means that a person has to be tolerant. If you say something about the other person, then when other person says something about you, you must be tolerant and you should be a good listener, right? And we must give respect to the others, right? If somebody says something, we must respect that, but we must be careful while dealing with the people online. All right. Next is cyber ethics for e-commerce. E-commerce, as you know, whenever we sell something online or buy something online, it is called e-commerce, right? You must have bought something from eBay or Amazon, right? So these are all e-commerce websites. Now, the good ethics which he's talking about here is two-way. One is from the company side and one is from the person or the customer side. Now, here a company must improve its trust and satisfaction. Okay. Now, you know how a company can improve this, how a company can increase the trust, how it can, win over the satisfaction of the customers. It is by giving a good service. Okay. By giving a good service to the customers. Now, he is discussing some of the things here. Let us see. First thing is the fraud. Now, failure to practice ethical code of conduct constitutes fraud. Fraud means purposefully misinterpreting facts to deceive another person for personal gains. Now, those gains could be in the form of money or goods or information. Okay. The reasons for the increase in online frauds, why the fraud is happening online, are username and passwords are sometimes stolen. All right. Sometimes our account is hacked. Sometimes other person does something, the crime is committed by some other person and we are in the net. All right, so why all these things are happening, let's check it out. First thing is the ambiguity. Ambiguity simply means that there's more than one thing over there. Okay, so the information is ambiguous, right? It has some duplicacy. For example, if google.com is created by one company and you also create a google.com and you post it online so that the page looks similar, okay, so then that means that these two sites are ambiguous. So whatever a person enters over there, he doesn't know where actually he is entering the data, right? It could be on the real site, it could be on a fake site. Okay, so let's read this. Since the transaction does not happen face to face, so whenever you're dealing something with some site or you're filling in your username or the password, you're not facing someone, right? The transaction is not happening face to face. So the identity of the party is easily concealed and is hard to verify. Next is hacking. Hacking means you might have heard somebody's account is hacked, right? So that person is not operating his account. In fact, somebody else is doing it for him. Okay. Next is legal loophole. We have created the laws, but the people there, they simply don't know what to do. If some fraud happens, right, some crime happens, it's very difficult to go through that. The law has been unable to keep up with the online crimes. It is relatively difficult to track, identify, and prove the crime and the identity of the criminal. Next, we deal with types of e-commerce frauds. The first thing is the misleading product listing. Misleading product listing simply means that there is some fake site and they are also offering the same kind of products as the real site and they are asking for money. So whenever you are putting your information, your sensitive information over there, there is a possibility that they can hack your account, they can take away your money from there, okay, because the site is fake. Secondly, the selling counterfeit products. There is a company which is selling something online, but the thing is that you are not physically present over there. You're not touching the things and buying as you do it in a shop, right? You just go through the images. Now, those images could be fake, as the site could be fake, right? So, some sellers might utilize third party suppliers, right? They give you some fake things. So, when the product reaches your home, it is something else. It is not the same as you have seen it on the site. Then unfriendly return policy. Return policy means you might have seen it on in some of the shops or on the sites that there is no refund, no return or something. All right. So you must go through the return policy of a company first before buying anything. Okay. Just take care. Fraudulent payment. So these are the payment. Fraudulent payment simply means the fraud is there in the payment. You have some account, all right, you have some account, but it is hacked by someone, like your credit card is stolen, right? And they got to know about your username or the password which you are using over there. Okay, so the credit card is fake. Okay, it is somebody else's stolen card. Charity fraud. Charity fraud means that you might have seen some of the sites which say that okay, this person is suffering from cancer or something, right? And he needs some monetary help of some kind, and the people they see that ad and they are willing to pay something, right? Just for the on the false pretense that they don't know that the person is right or wrong. They think that okay, they are helping someone, but actually it is a fraud. Okay, it's just a way of extracting money from someone. So be very vigilant in that. Now, next thing is ways to prevent e-commerce fraud. First of all, we must shop securely. We must use secured internet connection and not a public Wi-Fi. Public Wi-Fi is that Wi-Fi which some shops offer. When you go to the market, your phone may randomly pick some Wi-Fi connection from somewhere, and you start making transactions over there. Don't do that, okay? You must be at your home, or it must be having a username and a password. It must be encrypted. Okay, only then you use that internet connection. Next is update your antivirus software. Now you know there are some softwares which can pick up your username or your password, right? When you type it there in some text box. So do take care that your antivirus software should be updated. Only then you will be able to stop that thing. Okay. Next is purchase only from secured e-commerce merchants. Uh, it simply means that you have to use that site which most of the people use, because with the site which most of the people use, definitely that site is secure. Only then they are working on that. Okay. Keep it online. Never give personal card details over the phone. Whatever you have to do it online. All right. So like sometimes we write the passwords in our WhatsApp group, okay, or you write your password in an email or something. Don't do that. All right. This we have already discussed. You must read a website's refund policy. If something goes wrong, you don't like the product or the product is not working, then when you return it, you must get your money back, right? So that getting the money back is known as a refund actually. All right. So read the policy, the refund policy, and then go for the buy. Check the grammar. Sometimes, like we have a State Bank of India website now, somebody else can also make a State Bank of India website. It might be looking the same, but you must look for grammatical errors, because a site which is genuine, it'll not be having a grammatical error. Okay. Do a background check on the charity organizations. This we have already discussed. Uh, you see some ad showing some person who's suffering from cancer or some other kind of disease, right? And they're asking for money or some charity. Okay, so do check their authenticity before you give some charitable contribution.